everyone, welcome back to another video. I hope you're doing well. So today we're going to be having a look through my entire perfume collection. This was a video that was recently requested by some of you, and I was kind of thinking anyway that it would be a great time for me to do this type of video, seeing as I've recently moved home and my whole collection is organised in a totally different way to how it was before. Let me know how you guys are doing in the comments. It's always nice to hear what you've been up to. For me, I'm still kind of getting settled into the new house, and it seems to be quite a nice day out today, so I think I might sit in the garden for a wee bit as well. But let me know how you guys are doing. And with all of that said, let's get started with the video. Okay everyone, so here we have the majority of my perfumes that are in this really handy kind of storage wardrobe. But before I come to those, I'm just gonna pop over to this side of the room where I have my current tray. So I'll quickly go through those first of all, and then I will just kind of go through the other ones that are in the wardrobe. So as you could see, this room is still pretty much in a bit of a mess. We haven't quite got around to these boxes yet. We're hoping to go through these fairly soon and then get this room a little bit more kind of organized. We're not really sure how we're gonna have everything laid out yet. Like at the moment, this is kind of my boyfriend's office and also my perfume kind of area, but we're thinking of maybe switching around the rooms a wee bit. So this might not be the way it's gonna be. So anyway, this is my current perfume tray. These are some of these perfumes have been my most loved, most worn fragrances of the moment, so I'll just quickly run through these before I move on to my entire collection in the cupboard. This fragrance here is Saint Honoré from Stephanie de Brouwen, and this fragrance I've been absolutely loving. It kind of reminds me of Queer Beluga from Guerlain, and it's got that velvety kind of texture to it. It's got this suede-like notes with your lovely sort of warm vanilla as well, your woody notes, and overall it's just a beautiful, cozy, powdery, sensual fragrance. Absolutely love this one. Then of course we have the classic Alien EDP. I absolutely adore that fragrance. I have 2 bottles of it and a little perfume pen of it as well actually. So you'll see this is my, I think it's 90ml bottle. This is my big bottle, but you will also see my 30ml bottle that I have of it in my wardrobe. Yeah, absolutely adore that fragrance. It's definitely one I couldn't be without for sure. Then we have my ENTIRE Perfume. Again, I love this fragrance. I've had this for a really long time. This is probably one of the oldest perfumes in my whole collection. I've had it for ages. I really love it. From what I've heard from you guys, it's been discontinued, which is a real shame. I mean, it's pretty much the only fragrance I've loved enough from Tom Ford to actually purchase. I've not been that wowed by their other fragrances. So anyway, that's Tom Ford ENTIRE Perfume. I absolutely love that fragrance. Next we have Hypnotic Poison, the EDT. Absolutely been loving this for this time of year. So cozy, so Moorish, and just a beautiful vanilla almondy fragrance. Then we have the beautiful Athalia, which I talked about quite a lot in my last video. But this is one I've been enjoying a lot more recently. It kind of took a backseat over summer because it's a heavier fragrance, but I would say moving into autumn and winter, this is definitely going to be one that's going to get a lot more love. Then we have my L'Interdit EDP, which I have been really enjoying despite not getting on so well with it before. Really gorgeous, sort of tuberose fragrance with an edge to it. Really love that one. Very strong perfume as well. And we have my Amber 114 from Histoire de Parfum. I really like this one. Really gorgeous, spicy, sweet, amber, vanilla kind of fragrance for the autumn. We have my Musk Noir from Narciso Rodriguez, which I've spoken about quite a lot on my channel. I really do love this one. It's potentially my favourite one from the whole house at the moment. And we also have my Libre Intense, which I really, really enjoy. This one has been really well loved this year, I would say. I mean, I've taken it to London with me. Like in general, I would say I wear it quite a lot. It's quite an easy to wear fragrance for me. So yeah, this is definitely a very well loved fragrance in my collection. Really, really enjoy it. And I have also got my eye on the new version of this, which is actually a deeper, richer version. Then we have Mon Guerlain Intense, which I'm really starting to run low on this fragrance and it's making me a bit nervous. Definitely very well loved in my collection. Then we have my Lintredy Intense, which again, similar to the original Lintredy, I've been growing to love it more and more, particularly as we're moving into the autumn and winter. I think this creamy, rich fragrance is just perfect for the colder months. And then the final fragrance, the final fragrance on my current perfume tray is Classique, the Eau de Parfum from Jean Paul Gaultier. And this is one that I have started to appreciate more moving into these colder months. It's got a note of rum, which I really like. It's got your rose, it's got your woody notes, a kind of orangey note as well. I think it's got orchid as well. It's just a beautiful, decadent, sensual fragrance with a lot of character to it, and it's definitely my favourite from the Jean Paul Gaultier line. I do struggle with a lot of the Jean Paul Gaultier fragrances, particularly the Scandal line, but this is definitely one that I really, really appreciate. I'm going to just take my coffee with me as we move to the other side of this rather messy room. So here we have the rest of my collection pretty much. I think I've unpacked everything. There's a chance that there may still be the odd fragrance in its box, but I'm like 99% sure that I have now unpacked all of them, and they're all just here on these shelves. I absolutely love this storage unit. It's just so perfect for what I need. I've tried to kind of organise it a little bit, but I don't actually know how organised it is. On the very top here, I've got all of my kind of like niche and higher end fragrances. So up here we've got my blue turquoise, which is kind of in its box there. We've got my Montel's Mucalat, very unusual sort of strawberry woody fragrance. We have my two perfumes from Commodity there, Milk and Gold. We have my La Vie Rêvée from Nino Amadio right here. Really gorgeous marshmallowy, sort of citrusy, sweet, fluffy fragrance, very flirty. Then we have my Italica from Xerjoff, and also the Grand Ballot Hair Mist from Xerjoff. We have my three beautiful Goutal fragrances that I do talk about a fair bit, I would say. I like all three a lot, but I think at the moment my favourite is probably, it would have been Tenue de Soirée previously, but now that the weather's a bit cooler, I would say that Nuit et Confidence is going to be like more of a go-to fragrance for me because it's that gorgeous vanilla fragrance. Then we have my Juliette Has a Gun fragrances here. We've got Lipstick Fever, and we also have Then we have my gorgeous Rocha perfumes. We have 51 Essence Pour Femme, and we also have Danger Pour Femme. I love both of these. 51 was a gift from my boyfriend, and the team at Rocha Parfums very kindly sent me Danger to review. Then we have my beautiful Delina Exclusive, which I love very much. We have these two fragrances, Dolce Aqua and also Madeleine. Oh, and I forgot to mention my Amorous Femme from Maison Francis Kurkdjian. That one there, I absolutely love it. It's one of my favourite work perfumes actually. Absolutely love that one. Then moving down, we kind of have a mix of perfumes really. These are mostly designer, I think. So we've got my collection of Black Opiums here. We've got the original in a kind of limited edition bottle. We've got the Intense version. We've got another bottle of the original, which is pretty much finished. We've got the Illicit Green as well, and we've got the Hair Mist, which, to be quite honest with you, I don't love. The Hair Mist, it kind of smells just like a watered down version of it, and it's quite weak, like it's kind of pointless and I don't really use it anymore, but anyway, I still have it in my collections. Then we have my Kayali Sweet Diamond fragrance and Versace Crystal Noir, that's the EDT that I have. Then we have Chloe Lowe, the EDT, really gorgeous, dewy, kind of summery fragrance. Probably not one I'm going to be wearing now for a wee while, seeing as we're into the colder weather, but it's really nice for those very hot days that we have in the summer. It's actually got quite a cooling effect, I find, with the lychee notes, and it's just quite an aquatic fragrance, so it's a really nice cooling perfume if you live somewhere quite hot. Then we have my My Way from Armani, and we have some of my Guerlain perfumes. So we have the Insolence EDT, we have a few of my Mon Guerlains here, so the Sparkling Bouquet and also the original at the back. We have my little decant of the new Viktor & Rolf fragrance Good Fortune, which, as I mentioned in a recent video, I wouldn't really recommend this one. I don't think it's that special, but anyway, it smells quite nice, but it's just not that interesting to me. And then we have my little tiny collection of miniatures. These are really, really cute. And they're actually quite handy to sort of take with you if you're going away. You know, they're just little sort of dabber bottles. So I've got my Lintrody, my mini Lintrody, I've got my mini Black Opium, I've got a mini Idol, the original Idol, which is quite nice. Again, kind of in a similar way to the Good Fortune, I wouldn't necessarily recommend this fragrance to you. However, it does smell pleasant. It's basically this kind of like shampoo, rosy shampoo, fruity type of smell, which is quite nice actually sometimes. Then we have my two La Vie Belles, the original La Vie Belle and the Intensimo. I would have to say, like, at this point, I don't enjoy the La Vie Belles. I think I did at one point. I used to own a full bottle of the La Vie Belle, and I had it kind of like as a signature scent, but these days it's not one that I would actually want to wear, and I don't particularly enjoy smelling it on others anymore, just because I've smelt it so many times, and it's quite sharp actually. It's quite like intense scent. So anyway, those are my two La Vie Belles. So that's that shelf there, kind of a mix of different perfumes. This shelf here is probably my most organised shelf, kind of, because I have some of my Lancomes grouped together here from the La Nuit Trésor line, the original one, the Nude and also À la Folie, all together. And then I have my Mugler fragrances all grouped together here. This is the 30ml Alien that I mentioned earlier. Really love this one. This is a great one to bring if I'm traveling, to like throw it in my handbag or something. It's such a great little size. Then I have the Fusion. Then I have the EDT of Alien. And I have my Angel EDT right at the back there, as well as the Angel hairspray. This is actually very good, this hairspray. I don't use it that much because I kind of forget, but it is actually really good. And the last Mugler perfume I have is Mugler Aura. I really love this fragrance. It's very, very unusual. It's this kind of mentholy green, humid, sticky, warm vanilla fragrance. Very, very interesting and unique. So, and that's the EDP one that I have. So that's all my Muglers. And then in the center here, I've tried to kind of create this like center piece with the tray. I think it actually looks quite nice. It sort of creates a bit more organization instead of just having them all sort of like this. So here I have all of my Narciso fragrances, apart from Musc Noir, which is on my main perfume tray that I showed you before. But these are the remaining Narciso fragrances that I have. So we have Poudre here, we have Narciso, the EDP, White Cube, which is lovely. We have For Her EDT at the back there. We have Musc Noir Rose, which I like sometimes and I'm not so bothered about it other times. I kind of change my mind on that one a lot. And then we have Girl of Now from Elie Saab. Very gorgeous, nutty, syrupy dessert type of scent. And we have Armani Si Fiori, which is a lovely, powdery, creamy, floral type of perfume. Really pretty, very feminine, quite nice all year round, but I would say in particular this one reminds me more of springtime. Very nice perfume, very sweet as well. Then we have my Hypnotic Poison EDP, which is a very interesting, heavy, vampy, mysterious type of scent with a sort of licorice note in there. I don't always get on well with this one. I kind of have to be in the mood for it, but I think it's just such a a badass fragrance to have. I love the fact it has a lot of character. It's got a lot of attitude. It's very edgy. I just really like this one. So that's that one there. And I've been through those. Whoops. And that one at the back is my Dolce & Gabbana The Only One as well. So that's that layer there, which I would say is probably my favourite shelf out of all of these. It's my most used shelf. A lot of these are my kind of go-to fragrances, like the Poudre, the Narciso White Cube, definitely the Muglers, and I love so many of these. It's just a very well-loved shelf for sure. And at the bottom here, these are my last perfumes. This is kind of like where I put my sort of body mists, my dupe fragrances. I have some dupe houses down here, like Juliana's Perfume at the back. This is one from Jua that I have as well, and also the Orientica fragrances. So I keep all of my dupes and like celebrity scents sort of here. This one here is my Glistening Amber from Juicy Couture. This is actually a really, really good one. In fact, out of every perfume, I was going to say this is my favourite, but I've just spotted another one that I like even more, so never mind. But this is a very good one. It kind of reminds me of Grand Soir, and it reminds me a little bit of, I think this one kind of reminded me a little bit of Roses Vanille or something. Yeah, this one almost reminds me of a cross between Roses Vanille, Oud Bouquet and Grand Soir, but it's very, very sweet and it's not like that spicy. Really good one there from Juicy Couture. Just a mix of different celebrity scents here. I would say my favourite one out of all of these is my Kim Kardashian perfume. Yeah, this is a gorgeous white floral perfume with your kind of gardenia, your tuberose. It's very creamy. It's just very sophisticated and sensual as well. I have been wearing this one quite a lot recently, layered with other perfumes, layered with my Black Opium, layered with, I think, Hypnotic Poison, the EDT. I layered those together and it was beautiful. It's just such a great layering fragrance, and it's nice to wear on its own as well. So I really love that one. Then we have just some other ones here, like Aphrodisiac. We have Sophia by Sofia Vergara, Mariah Carey's M, which is kind of hit or miss with me, to be honest. We have Britney Spears perfumes here. This is the Intense version, and we have, I can't remember what that one is called. I think it's Intimate Edition, Fantasy Intimate Edition, I think this one is. Then we have Sarah Jessica Parker Lovely, Royal Amber from Orientica, which I still need to decide what I'm going to do with because I don't like this one at all. I actually kind of want to get rid of this one. I'm really not a fan of that one, actually. We have Amber Rouge, which smells like Baccarat Rouge. And we have Oud Saffron, which reminds me a lot of Oud Satin Mid by Maison Francis Kurkdjian. Then the body mists and some more perfumes from Orientica there, the two other ones. And then at the bottom, just all of these boxes that are kind of filling up the space here. So there we have it. That's my entire perfume collection updated in the new space. I really like this room for keeping my perfumes in. I really like this little area as well with my current tray. These ones here have definitely been my go-to perfumes of the moment though, like definitely. I've been loving so many of these. In particular, over the last few days, I've been wearing my Saint Honoré, which is just such a beautiful leathery vanilla perfume. It's just absolutely stunning. But yeah, it was fun showing you guys sort of the rest of my collection as well. I really hope you enjoyed this video. Take care, and I look forward to seeing you guys in my next video. Bye!